The greatest trick the devil ever pulled is making people believe he doesn't exist. There's also like people that are elites, and that's their thing. Like their thing is to do something that is horrible, and it's not available to other people. So it's like, I think there's like a sickness that people have when they have power, like extreme power, and then what else can I do? What else can I do? What else is what else is taboo? What else is forbidden? Like all this Diddy shit that's coming out.
It was a demon in Diddy. A demon possessed Diddy with everything that he was doing.
Diddy's recently been accused of rituals, secret meetings, abuse, and this isn't just gossip. These are charges that have got him behind bars.
The you of then was on a path of self-destruction.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive, for sure. It was dark. So I'm very, very grateful to have influences in my life that have played a huge part in me seeing their relationship with Jesus and their relationship with their wives and their relationship with their kids and saying that's what I want. But I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully.
Months ago, I was really struggling mentally and emotionally, and just there was so many things that were adding up, and I wasn't able to enjoy any of the things that I owned.
That stuff's not gonna matter to you.
None of the actual things did anything because I was so hurt and I was so confused and I was so sick and there was all these things, and I was like, I can't, there's like, you just can't, like you said, you can't enjoy the actual physical, tangible, like things that money offers, right? Like, it really had to come from within. So that's I guess our perspective.
But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and
Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, he could buy you one also while you're out.
He got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Something.
Justin Bieber was just a teenager when he got pulled into Diddy's twisted worlds. What started as mentorship quickly turned into manipulation. According to insiders, Diddy promised Justin fame, protection, and industry access, but behind closed doors, he was grooming the young star for something far darker. Witnesses claim Diddy brought Justin to parties that weren't really parties at all. They were ritual ceremonies involving cloaks, chanting, and disturbing symbols. Justin, scared and confused, was told to stay quiet and obey. The deeper he went, the more terrified he became. One former security guard who worked at multiple Diddy-hosted events described an eerie scene. I said Justin arrived at one gathering in Beverly Hills thinking it was a celebration for an award nomination. But once inside, the atmosphere changed. Phones were taken, the lights dimmed, and cloaked figures surrounded a symbol drawn on the floor. Diddy reportedly walked in wearing red robes, told everyone to stay silent, and led a chant in a foreign language. Justin froze. Another witness, a former assistant who later left the industry, claimed Diddy used psychological control to keep Justin compliant. She said Justin was told, "This is what stars do. Everyone does it. You want to stay in the circle, don't you?" At first, Justin didn't understand what was happening. He thought it was just theatrics, some elite Hollywood thing. But when the rituals got darker, he began to panic. These events often happened late at night, in remote mansions or rented properties with soundproofed walls. Some participants were forced to wear masks. Others were allegedly drugged. According to legal filings connected to recent federal raids on Diddy's properties, one of the seized video drives contained footage of what insiders now call ritual nights. In one clip, investigators reportedly saw a teenage-looking Justin standing silently in the corner, surrounded by older men in robes. He wasn't participating. He looked scared. Sources say Justin tried to leave multiple times but was blocked. Diddy allegedly told him he wasn't ready to walk away and that if he did, everything you have goes with me. That kind of threat carries weight in Hollywood. Justin's career at the time was controlled by a small circle of producers, managers, and power players, all allegedly tied to Diddy in some way. In a now-deleted podcast clip from 2020, Justin hinted at being around very dark energy early on. At the time, fans thought he was talking about the stress of fame, but now, in light of the Diddy scandal, people are connecting the dots. The most damning claim came from an anonymous ex-bodyguard who testified under oath during a civil deposition. He claimed he once walked into a room where Diddy was forcing Justin to repeat strange phrases while candles burned and symbols glowed in red light. The bodyguard said Justin looked pale, out of it, like he didn't want to be there. It's also reported that after one of these events, Justin went silent for days and canceled appearances. His team claimed it was exhaustion, but insiders now suggest it was trauma. This same source confirmed that Justin begged to leave Diddy's inner circle in 2011, but was warned that the footage would destroy him. That's right, footage. Federal investigators believe Diddy recorded everything, not just the freak-offs, but the rituals too. Multiple hard drives were seized during the Homeland Security raids on his LA and Miami homes. According to court filings, one drive labeled Cult Files contained hours of footage with timestamps dating back to Justin's early career. There's reportedly one video showing Justin seated, blindfolded, while a group of adults chant around him. Another shows Diddy pouring red liquid into a goblet, raising it in the air, and pressing it to Justin's lips. Whether the drink was consumed or not is unknown, but the implication was clear. This wasn't just hazing. It was something spiritual, something dark. One Hollywood insider who asked to remain anonymous said Justin was one of the lucky ones. He got out, barely, but he carries the scars. Justin's transformation in the following years seems to confirm this. From shaved heads and breakdowns to cryptic social media posts and sudden religious devotion, his behavior began to reflect a man trying to escape something much bigger than fame. In a 2019 interview, Justin said, "I've seen things I never want to see again. I was around people who didn't want what was best for me. Now we know who some of those people were." As the Diddy investigation expands, more stories are surfacing about what happened behind the scenes. Ritual rooms, red lights, symbols, threats, and silence, always silence. Victims were told they'd lose everything if they spoke up, that they'd be ruined, blacklisted, mocked. For years, it worked, but not anymore. Multiple sources close to the investigation say that Justin is now cooperating with federal authorities. While he hasn't testified publicly, lawyers close to the case confirm he submitted evidence. Screenshots, messages, journal entries, even song lyrics believed to be coded references to his experiences. And it's not just about Diddy. These rituals reportedly involved other celebrities, some still active in music, fashion, and politics, but Diddy was the gatekeeper, the one who orchestrated, invited, and controlled the narrative. What happened to Justin wasn't an accident. It wasn't just bad influence, it was systemic, strategic, ritualized, and according to investigators, criminal. One particularly disturbing revelation involves a 2012 event in the Hollywood Hills. Justin arrived expecting to collaborate on a new music project. Instead, he was led into a dim room with red curtains and a black painted floor. There, he was told to kneel and focus his energy. A circle of individuals, all in dark robes, surrounded him. One began to recite in Latin. Another poured something onto his head. Justin later described the moment in private to a therapist as a forced initiation. He never went back to that house. Insiders say it was that night that pushed him to find religion, seeking out pastors, joining Bible studies, even getting baptized in an NBA player's bathtub. He wasn't just looking for God, he was trying to wash off what Diddy did. And while Diddy's team has denied all allegations of abuse or ritual involvement, the growing list of victims and witnesses says otherwise. Court documents reveal connections between Diddy's business empire and properties believed to host closed-door spiritual gatherings. Some of these documents include architectural blueprints showing hidden rooms with no windows, soundproof walls, and odd markings in the flooring. One room, labeled Temple, was located beneath a guest house in Miami. That same house once hosted Justin during a mentorship weekend. Coincidence? Doubtful. The deeper investigators dig, the more disturbing the picture becomes. This wasn't just exploitation, it was spiritual corruption, and Justin was one of the youngest victims. Today, Justin is married, semi-retired, and far removed from the chaos of his youth, but the scars remain. Those close to him say he still has nightmares, that he refuses to enter certain neighborhoods, that he avoids Diddy's name like a plague. And now that everything is coming out, Diddy's freak-offs, his ritual practices, the seized footage, Justin may soon have his day in court. Whether as a witness, a whistleblower, or a survivor, his voice matters, because the truth isn't just about bringing Diddy down. It's about protecting the next generation of artists who might be walking straight into the same trap. Diddy's empire is crumbling. The rituals, the freak-offs, the recordings, it's all catching up. And for Justin Bieber, the boy who escaped the fire, this might be the moment justice finally shows up. Because what happened to him wasn't a phase, it was a nightmare, engineered by a man who thought he was untouchable, but no one's untouchable forever.